What's going on, guys? Hope we're all well. Welcome back to another video. Again today we're going to be carrying on from the series that we've been doing at this awesome super steep trail spot. So today I'm going to need to do some fine tuning at the top, make this part you can see just here wider when you come out of that steep rooty bit, and then it's basically going to be carrying on this way, and I'm hoping to get a big majority of it done in this video, so in the next video I can do some minor tweaks and then in that video ride it, which is going to be so sick. I'm so buzzing. I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. But I'm going to just get stuck in. I've got some gloves because my hands are absolutely savaged, and I'm hoping that this might make me last a bit longer on the old digging today. It's a super nice day, so let's just get down to it. And I'm going to basically start by chopping this bank out here, moving it over, doing a bit more on the berm, and just going that way and kind of towards the finish of the trail. So before we get started, let's just do a quick recap of what we did in the last video. So we cleared down to here and then kind of cleared this but stopped because I was going to work out if I want to put a drop there, and I think I do, but as I said in the last video we're going to ride it first. But we managed to clear down here and make this awesome berm which is going to carry on this way as we just said. So we've got a really good basis for a trail so far. It's steep, it's not the longest, but it's going to be awesome. And of course at the end of the video we'll do a track walk to show the progress we've done. As I said, hoping to get most of it done today, so let's just carry on and carry on that way. How about this for some progress already? Also guys, a small percentage of the people that watch my videos are actually subscribed to my channel, so if you end up liking this video, consider giving me a sub. I've got so many other videos and you get to get in on the action of building some awesome trails like this, so consider giving me a sub, get in on the action. Moving onwards, I've also scoped out for another line potentially. You could come off here and you could almost drop off that, make a double or something. That'd be pretty cool. But for now I'm just going to keep moving that way, and you can kind of see the berm might need bringing this way ever so slightly because it sets you right up for this razor sharp tree. But that'll be fine, just to move it slightly, give you a bit more room. Looking sick though, huh? Yeah, you come smashing down through here and then straight on. So what I need to do is move all this so it's wider and will eventually allow for the berm to be just a little bit wider. So now we're getting quite far along. I think it's worth considering what's going to actually happen next. And I've had the idea that you ride along here, chop it so it's flat, like the other stuff, and then you go round a corner here, and then you can go straight down here. And it'd be pretty sick to, we'd have to work out a route, but I wonder if you could almost come really far over here and drop in, and maybe go underneath that fallen tree or down, and then a berm catches you and takes you that way. There's a lot of potential. Or it could just go straight down through, down that way. But we got to get here first, so I need to stop getting distracted and just carry on. We haven't got far to go, at least. That's pretty sick. So I'm going to basically just cut towards this tree and then we'll go from there. big progress coming along. Look at that. Almost at the trees now. Let's have a look what it looks like from the berm. Look at that sunlight. Beautiful. So, oh wow. It probably doesn't look as cool on GoPro, but it's starting to look like a real trail. Whoops, I just shot that clip in video instead of time lapse. Oh god, see how steep it is. Oh, what a pain. Well, that's just going to be a sped up clip then. We are smashing it out now. I'm just going to have to lop that bit where it sticks out off, because you're going to be coming out of this corner. That needs pushing back still. But I'm going to go to this tree and then do the berm here, because you can kind of see it kinks out. Yeah, more time lapse. Mad, just looks so sick. So I'm gonna have to cut, like I did just back there, cut this so it's kind of level with the tree, because otherwise it might get pushed by the bank a little bit. Man, I hope you guys are as buzzed as me for it, because how sick is this? Right, as I was saying, back to it. This berm, kind of, if you look at it from far away, it kind of kicks out towards this bank, and I don't want it to be one nice flowing thing, so I'm just going to push it back ever so slightly, and that should give more of a curve. Oh, it's going to be so sick. Looking quite good now. I'm kind of worried that I've ruined it by taking out the exit, but if it's going to be something that you just kind of bounce into and bounce out of, it might be okay. But from here it almost looks as though the middle bit is too low, so it needs building up, and thankfully I have all of this soil here to use. It's looking so much better now. Basically, I pushed it back and then built it back up again, and built some in the middle because it was way too shallow, so you'd come into it and it'd probably fly you against this bank. Hoping now that you'll have time to kind of bounce out of it a bit better, but as I say, it's going to be a work in progress. It might even need building up twice the height eventually, because you're going to be, let's have a look at it from this angle. Because you're going to be hitting it so fast that it might need to be deeper, but it looks cool so far. It's just absolutely gnarly. Got some big stones to put here, which would be cool, but for now, as I say, I'm going to do that once I've test ridden it. So now I need to keep looking downwards. I think this route's going to be pretty nuts, and then it just drops here. Might be worth putting these rocks here as the kind of filler for the drops of the first couple runs, but I'm hoping to take this inside line here and then whack the berm, but we'll see. Might be wishful thinking, might be the coolest thing I've ever built. Well, it already is, without a doubt. Look how sick it is. I just had the awesome idea of making basically getting logs and putting them between these two trees. So when you come around here, you have to drop and build it up, and you have to drop down into the corner. Unfortunately, I can't seem to see any logs that are, there's lots of fallen trees, but none that are the right length to fit in there. So I'm gonna have to get my saw, try and find that and do it then. But that's such a sick idea, and you can have it go that way or that way. And we're getting so close now, it's looking so sick. So gonna just look where it's gonna go. I'm almost thinking for now to have it as just like a flat out bit where you go straight down to the bottom, and then I'm gonna need to think about widening the bit up there, having a look at the very top bit, see if I can do anything on that. And then in the next video, as I've said, we'll be making some minor tweaks and riding it, just getting the shred on. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, but for now, just going to carry on. It's probably going to be quite a long video because I'm just going to be smashing it out today. Right, so we are now a little way back up the trail, just where you come across this sketchy route bit that I was working on in the last video, and I'm going to widen this just to be a bit more space, and I'm going to move all of the soil over this side, so that when you come skitting through here, you have a bit more support from that side. But top to bottom, it's going to be so cool. Look at that. There we go, so it's now quite a bit wider. It might even need widening more past this tree, but as I said with the other stuff, I'm just going to wait and see once I've ridden it in the next video. But one thing I have noticed is that this side bit is super soft, so it would be worth squashing that down and piling more dirt on it next time as well, just to make sure that it's not going to wash out, because that's the last thing you want to do, especially after coming down through this. Super impressed though, it's coming together so sick. I'm sure you guys agree. So let's go look at the bottom section now, see what we can do. Walking down, I noticed that there's this pretty cool rock here just before you go down into the berm, and I thought it'd be quite cool to have a high line as well, where you kind of cut across. It might set you up better for my inside line idea there. So I've just been clearing it. Let's get a bit of time lapse on it. It has just gone, probably doesn't show it on the GoPro, but it's just gone so dark. It looks like it's going to rain. But there's a slight high line there. I don't know if it'll really come to anything. It'll probably need widening out, but I can always do that in the next video when we ride it. But I thought that could be quite cool, a bit more tech. So I think the best port of call is to go have a look at where we're going to go with the end of it, and then work out how to clear it for next time, because we've done so much in this video. I don't want to make it too long, and I can clear a bit of it for when I ride it in the next video. But I'm just thinking straight down there, that's probably the best port of call, would be to have this drop like I was saying across here with the wood, and then straight down into maybe a loose berm. This could be like a loamy part of the trail, because it is so loamy down here that it could just be cut out and then ridden. But we smashed it today, absolutely smashed it. Just like I said, it is hammering it down. Well, it's not hammering it down, but it's raining, which is good because it's going to bed in a lot of this. Oh, it's really going for it now. It's going to bed in a lot of the trail. It's going to make it sketchy for when I ride it, but it's going to do a lot of good, I think. So let's do a little track walk while it's raining. So you come in through it, just recapping from everything we've done in the last videos, dropping in, And then I've kind of plateaued this out a bit because it was just so sketchy, but this is definitely going to need some work because it's not the most stable of things, but at least it's made it easier to walk down. This is a real sketchy bit. Then I've widened this in the previous video, and then I've also widened this so you have more space to go wrong if you plan on going wrong. And then down through here today we've also cut this higher line, which is definitely going to need some work, but could be quite fun. It could even go all the way round and then drop in so you can take the inside or the outside line on the berm as I originally planned, and then drop down here to the berm we did in the last video. We've widened this today, so now it's a lot more gradual. Probably still need some work, but as I've been saying, we won't know until we've test rided it. And then we got this bit that we did today, and then it's going to drop down that way, which is so sick. I just cannot wait. Loving making these videos as well. I'd really like to know what you guys think, so I'm going to call it today, but drop me a comment and let me know what you think. If you like the video, give it a like. If you enjoyed it, give me a sub as well. Hit the bell button next to it. That notifies you when I post a video and it helps me out generally. And upcoming are some recommended videos from me. Be sure to check out the other build videos for this trail if you haven't seen them yet, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Cheers for tuning in.